Hi, I'm Plami, and in this episode of RDK, I'm gonna be reacting to the recent comeback of a group that I actually like quite a lot, although they're not my favorite group or anything. That being On and Off. I think that's the name of the group. I keep pronouncing it ONF, even though it's not ONF, it's On and Off, but whatever. Um, and their new song, Popping. I'm curious how I'm gonna feel about this one because their last two songs, which I think they were called Beautiful Beautiful and Ugly Dance, have been actually pretty good. Like, over time, I've actually really grown to love both of those songs, despite some of the criticisms I might have had for either of those songs when I reacted to them first. But I still think Succumb With Swimming is probably my favorite On and Off song. So I'm curious where this song is going to fit into that list of songs. But there's only one way to find out, so without further ado, let's get into the song in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I guess we are getting another technology influenced or inspired music video. Um, okay, that's definitely a direction I did not see coming. That's new, that's for sure. I mean, it's pretty obvious why, but this song seems very much like pandering to kids for some reason. Like, it straight up sounds like a kid's song. And I'm sorry, but as catchy as it is, I just cannot like it based on that fact. Which is fine, because it seems like the song is very much not aimed at me. I'm not the target audience. Which is sad, but it is what it is. And it's like, it's not like it's a bad song, but it's just pandering to, it's seemingly pandering to kids too much for my taste. I mean, it is a damn catchy song still, but it's just a little too playful for my taste. And I don't mind playful songs, and maybe this opinion is going to change after I listen to this song more, but that's how I feel about it right now. And it does seem that in a lot of ways they are trying to pander to kids, which is completely fine. It just doesn't work for me personally. This dancing is still pretty dope though. Don't try to tempt me, song, please. Please. I mean, it's still at best this song might become my guilty pleasure, but honestly I don't want to even give it that. That's a cool logo though. But yeah, I'm honestly not gonna even react to this song a second time for two reasons. First, because I don't want this song to get into my head and become my guilty pleasure. And second, because again, it's just too kiddie like. It's too kid friendly for my taste. I just prefer more mature and edgier stuff. And I know that I guess this kind of playful kind of music is the kind of music that On and Off does. But I don't know, I feel like this time is just a little too much for me. It's not, it doesn't make the song bad, but it just rubs me the wrong way and it doesn't really allow me to enjoy it. Maybe if I listen to just the song itself, it's not gonna feel as bad because you don't really get to see the facial expression in the music video, which is very playful. Same for the choreo. But as it stands, because I tend to pretty much rate the whole thing, the whole package of this comeback, not really just the song or the music video, yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't really work for me that much. Again, I want to emphasize, the song is actually really flipping catchy. So much so that it's on the verge of actually making me like it. But I honestly kind of don't want to let it do that because I just don't like the pandering to kids kind of stuff, and I don't want to enjoy it because of that. Because it's in opposition to who I am and what my tastes are. That's why I'm saying that this might become a guilty pleasure song of mine, like Banana Allergy Monkey by Oh My Girl. But yeah, that's the best it would get. In terms of a rating, I mean, objectively, it honestly might as well be like a 10 out of 10 because I think it's a really catchy song and it's probably one of their most catchiest songs. But in my personal opinion, I really hate it. I honestly don't want to really even give it a scoring, but if I had to, I would probably give it something like an 8.3 out of 10. I just really don't like the kid pandering stuff. It just really rubs me the wrong way. I just don't like pandering to kids. I hate it. I don't think you should do it. And it's not the end of the world if a group does it, but for me, it is a little bit of a deal breaker. Although it also seems to mean that a song becomes a guilty pleasure of mine, so there's that as well. But yeah, what did you guys think of this song? Comment down below, and I'll be really interested to hear, or to read, in this case, your different opinions on the matter, if you have such. And also, if you want me to check out the B-sides of this album, because I assume it's an album, that maybe has a song that is going to be more to my liking, definitely make sure to comment it down below, so I can add it to my list. And maybe even go to my Patreon and subscribe to the specific tier, which allows you to request reactions over there as well, because there's one big difference between the two ways to request me to do reactions. If you comment it in the comments down below, I might do it, I probably will do it, but it's not a certain thing. While if you request me to do something through my Patreon, through the specific tier, it's pretty much a demand. It's certainly going to happen the next time I sit down to do K-pop reactions. So, whichever way you prefer to request me to do something, it's up to you. One is a likely, the other is a certain. You decide. But yeah, I guess since we're talking about Patreon, I also have to give a huge shout out to my first ever patron on Patreon, Omari Bridgman. I really appreciate all the support that person has given me. And again, if you want to join that person, you can do that by going down in the description below and clicking on the link to my Patreon. But before we end this video, I just want to quickly explain to you something that you might be wondering about, like, why am I dressed the way I am? Why do I look the way I do? And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you would know the answer already, because back when I started my YouTube channel, I had super long hair and I was dressing femininely in every single video. But for those of you who don't know, which I assume it's most of you, I'm actually transgender. I think I'm more of a non-binary rather than a male to female, because there are quite a few times where I don't really feel like dressing femininely and looking feminine and looking like a girl, and I just want to look like a normal guy. But I feel like in a lot of the time I do want to look feminine. So For the sake of simplicity, I decided to just settle on non-binary, although I definitely really want to be much more feminine than I am right now, like almost like androgynous. But due to my current situation, I'm unable to transition because I still live with my parents. I tried to transition secretly while still living with my parents, but they started noticing that I was looking more feminine and that I obviously had my long hair back then, and they were pressuring me to cut it all the time. And even when I was growing it out, they were constantly pressuring me to not grow it out, and now they are pressuring me to not grow it out again. I'm really unable to transition, and there's no really way out of this situation for me because I can't get a job. I've tried to, but I just can't seem to get any job. And even if I was able to get a job, I wouldn't really be able to transition in my country where I live while working that job because people here are completely bigoted, and they will harass me, they will bully me, and they probably the employers will probably never even hire me if I actually decided to completely transition. So the only way for me to actually be who I am, who I truly am, is if I actually start being successful with YouTube and start making money off of YouTube, because I don't really have to care about what anybody thinks of me, and I can just be who I want to be and dress however I want and all those stuff. So with all this information and me telling you that I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, I don't want to make you feel bad about my situation and wanting to manipulate you into helping me out or boosting the subscribers on my channel or anything like that. I ask you if you're able to help me out by donating to my Patreon or donating to my PayPal, which is for that you will have to get in touch with me in the comments down below to set it up properly, because I haven't really done that, because I assume nobody's really gonna want to do that. But if you're able to do that, I would really appreciate it. But again, this is literally the only way for me out. This is the only way out. So yeah, it's completely up to you. If you can't help me out monetarily, then at the very least I think it would be great if you could help out in other ways, like I said earlier, liking the channel, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and all those other stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to guilt trip you, I'm just explaining to you my situation and hoping that you can help me out. But yeah, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you enjoy my stories or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!